Hi, I'm Jen Banky. Welcome back to another episode of our TESCH Talks. Today we're at Milwaukee Brewing Company. What an awesome place to be on a Friday. My guest today is Matt Cordio. He is the founder of Skills Pipeline and Startup Wisconsin, which is also another part of Startup Milwaukee. We have some things we just want to ask him because there's a lot of cool things happening from a tech scene that we've got going on. So I want to just ask you, so what have you seen in Milwaukee that makes it such a great place to be a tech hub, and why here?
Yeah, I think we in Milwaukee are experiencing incredible momentum, and part of it's luck, part of it's hard work by ecosystem builders and organizations like Startup Milwaukee and a lot of different organizations. Like we talked to Dan Sem, what he's doing, what groups like Generator and whatnot are doing. But we're really, I think, at a critical time right now where we have all this concerted effort, and then tech companies on the coast are seeing that it's more and more expensive to start up in the coast, and the ideas aren't necessarily better on the coast. So investing in the middle of America in places like Milwaukee is going to become more popular. It's going to be really, I think, kind of a competitive advantage for companies here, and the lower cost of talent, and obviously we all know the great quality of living. We're sitting here on Milwaukee Brewing's patio enjoying some local beer. I think Milwaukee has a lot going for it, and excited to be a part of building that momentum here in the tech community.
Awesome. So what have you kind of seen happen in the last 5 years from a tech scene in this area? Like, what are some of the resources outside of just Startup Milwaukee, Startup Wisconsin that you're seeing?
So we're really excited to see all the different resources and programming. We've seen probably over the past 5 years, 3 or 4 different accelerators programs launched to support entrepreneurs, new venture capital funds, and more corporate engagement in the startup ecosystem. So accelerators like Young Enterprising Society's Blueprint program, Generator's G Beta, MWorks Workbench Labs, those weren't here to support entrepreneurs 5 years ago, so it's great to see new programs like those cropping up. Venture funds like Cream City Ventures and Invest MKE, which are corporate-driven venture funds from Aurora Healthcare and Northwestern Mutual. Those weren't here 5 years ago, and that's early-stage funding for entrepreneurs specifically based right here in Milwaukee. So we're really excited to see those resources come online and help support the ecosystem, and most importantly too is established companies, large companies like Northwestern Mutual, like Advocate Aurora, like American Family Insurance have said, we want to see Milwaukee become a tech hub, and they are really working on investing and supporting that infrastructure that we need to grow and scale the community here.
Awesome. Yeah, I know you're super passionate about, having started Startup Wisconsin, Startup Milwaukee. So what is kind of the primary reason of you starting that, and then give us some ideas of what we can see for Startup Milwaukee in November of this year?
Yeah, so I started Startup Milwaukee as a tech entrepreneur myself. I was in college here at Marquette University, had a startup. Myself and my friends, we realized that we didn't really know where to go to find other tech startup people here in Milwaukee. This was back in 2011, so 8 years ago almost. It was August 2011, so we turned 8 just a few days ago. Really, we started as an informal network of entrepreneurs. We've developed different programming. We've launched different initiatives like the Commons, which is an entrepreneurial skills accelerator program here, and that didn't exist 5 years ago as well as I guess. So, a lot of exciting new programs. We've had a co-working space, and then 3 or 4 years ago we launched Startup Milwaukee Week, which is coming up in November, and that's really a celebration where we look to really connect, educate, and celebrate high-growth entrepreneurship in the region, and really showcase the different organizations that are helping build a strong tech and startup ecosystem here in Milwaukee. So I think this year you're going to expect to see more events and some more really, I think, kind of key events that we hope really shine a spotlight on the different parts of a startup ecosystem here in Milwaukee that we need for the community to be successful. So, and looking to foster too more connections between startups and established companies, entrepreneurs and investors, service providers and entrepreneurs. We'll be more intentional connecting those key stakeholders, because those are really the people that are, when they collide, momentum builds.
Yeah,
and we
some
continue
stuff
to
gets
move
done,
forward.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
So how many attendees were at Startup Milwaukee last week? Or last year?
Last year. So
last year, sorry.
Startup Milwaukee Week last year was attended by about 5,000 people.
What are you expecting this year then, hopefully?
You know, we always hope to grow it. You know, when we started it was only about 2,000 attendees. So, you know, we like to see it continue to grow. And so at least 5,000 this year. We had 75 events last year. We're actually going to probably reduce the number of events to really focus the energy in the week and really highlight the different groups, trying to make a difference here in the ecosystem. But really, you know, all the week really revolves around really highlighting these resources and connecting people. So the fewer events, with the more amount of people that we can have, I think the more connections we'll foster during that week.
So if people want to get involved and share their story or, you know, provide an event space during that week, what is the means for them to be able to do that? Do they contact you?
They can definitely reach out to myself, my team. Go to startupmke.org, fill out the contact form, and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
Awesome. Well, it sounds super exciting. I know I'm really looking forward to it. I went to a ton of events last year, and we even had a couple speaking engagements to share stories of, you know, TESCH Global helping other companies with, you know, their startup successes of building their mobile apps and things like that. So really cool to see, you know, the community coming together and businesses supporting businesses here. I'm really looking forward to that. So hopefully we see everybody there during the week. Matt will be everywhere. He'll probably be the MC to kind of kick it off.
That's why I'm always wearing bright shirts, you know.
I know, you got to stand out in the crowd. Yeah. So I want to thank you for your time today. I have one other question, and that is, if you had a variety pack of White Claw, what is the flavor?
So it's probably black cherry.
Black cherry. Good choice.
What about you?
I like lime the best. I know it's pretty basic, but
that's
mango.
my least favorite.
Mango's good too. That was a good addition to add to the table. Well, thanks again. So cheers, Matt.